was you, there was me. We never could agree if I was up, you were down. You were there, I was here. A grand puppeteer stuck it all together.
My name is Shara Worden from the band My Brightest Diamond, and I'm a singer, composer, songwriter, and we're in my house in Detroit. This is my adventurer from Berlin. He's a little smoking man, and he was given to me by my friends at the Michelberger Hotel, who encouraged me on my adventures. And this is a piece by A. Boggs. He's gone by lots of different names, but I made my first record working in his museum. He had a basement in Brooklyn. When I was in college, I studied opera, and at the same time that I was studying, classical voice, I was also singing in funk bands and learning how to play guitar, and started writing songs very regularly and was playing shows. I've always kind of been the same, I guess, as I am now, which is like have a foot in the classical world and then a foot also in the club. These three pieces are from Carson Ellis, and Carson does all the illustrations for the Decemberists, and I sang in that band. So I was over at her house one time and looking at these pieces that are like Russian themed, and I was like, I love these pieces so much, they're so beautiful, and then she sent them to me in the mail. So I have my very own Carson Ellis pictures. This is a photograph by Corinne Vermeulen, and she's an artist that lives on my block, and she took this photograph, that first summer that I was working in the garden with my son. This is the one, yeah. Yeah, Ray Conniff had all these crazy album covers with like the sexy lady with the short skirt all the time, and we used to listen to this when I was a kid. But the orchestrations and the vocal arranging on this record is super, super great. I love it. When I was writing the opera, I was really very, very tired, and so all of a sudden I wanted red everywhere. I got a Rothko painting as my desktop that was red, and I went and found all the red things that I could try to find to give me energy and to get me like awake. And so that sort of was how this orientation of these pieces came about in the last 6 months, was like me needing like stimulation. I needed the color to wake me up.
Shara, now get to work. Shara, this is going to...
I'd lived in New York for almost 10 years, and I just came to this point where I was in this tiny apartment collecting all these different instruments, and I was like filled up with instruments in this place, and I knew that I wanted to have a child, and I wanted to be in touch with nature in a different kind of way. And so Detroit offered me space and a chance to be in a gardening and farming community that's 5 minutes from the cultural center of the heart of the city. And so it was kind of like a perfect storm. At the same time, I don't feel disconnected from New York at all. I still very much feel like the friends and collaborators that I have there are like musical soulmates.
Shara, now get to work. Shara.